Hello, dear viewers, and welcome to Walk in Literature, Talk in Literature. Through this platform, you can learn to interpret and understand different works of English literature. So, our today's discussion will focus on understanding what literature is and what are its functions and subject matter. So, let's get started. Literature in Urdu is known as adab. Every culture, every civilization has its own literature, like we have Arabic literature, Persian literature, French literature, and so on. Now, one may ask several questions here, like what does this literature comprise of, or if biology is the study of living organisms, or if history discusses the events of past, what does literature study? Literature basically comprises of novel, drama, poetry, and other such works may fall in the same category that include travelogue, etc. The primary purpose of these works of literature is to entertain the readers. They do not aim at didacticism, or their primary focus is not on giving information like the books of history, geography, biology, etc., but they focus on aesthetic pleasure. The merit or value of any piece of literature is defined by its ability to entertain the readers and not by the quality of information or knowledge that it is imparting. Nevertheless, if aesthetic worth combines with intellectual excellence, what comes to the fore is indeed an extraordinary piece of literature. Now, based on the discussion that we had so far, we can divide literature into two areas or types: applied literature and pure literature. In applied literature, intellectual excellence is more important than expression. The content of the text is given more importance than the style or expression. For example, in the books of history or geography, what is more important is the knowledge and information that they carry than the style or the way that knowledge is conveyed. On the other hand, in pure literature, expression and style is more important than the content. For instance, the poem Daffodils, the play Hamlet, and the novel Pride and Prejudice. What these texts have in common is the style, the expression, through which the simple ideas and events related to the everyday life are penned down. Now let's move to the subject matter of literature. The subject matter of literature is life. The works of literature take their ideas and inspiration from the life. It is possibility of some event that might occur in the real life as it is depicted in a certain text of literature. For example, some 1 or 2 years back, we had this drama by the name of Sunu Chanda that got very popular. What was there in that drama? It depicted a family, a story of a girl and a boy who were to marry each other against their will but as per the will of their elders. And then there were certain tensions and problems that took place. So now, what is this? It is a story to which all of us can relate. There is every possibility of such events taking place in our real lives as well. And the same holds true for the novel The Kite Runner written by Khaled Hosseini. So, in both these cases and all the other works of literature, the writer takes inspiration from the real life that he observes around himself or imagines in his mind. So, in both these cases and all the other works of literature, the writer takes inspiration from the real life that he observes around himself or imagines in his mind. But an important point to mention here is the expression. The expression of the experience of writer. What is experienced or imagined by him must be experienced and felt by the reader also, as in the case of travelogues, where the reader travels and visits the places visited by the writer through his words and expressions. Let's talk about functions of literature now. The first and foremost purpose of literature is to entertain, as we have discussed earlier as well. Secondly, it aims at giving the readers awareness about certain aspects of life. For instance, certain pieces of literature give to the reader a new perspective to view the world, as in the case of the poetry of Allama Muhammad Iqbal. The third purpose of literature is to provide an escape to the reader from the grim realities of life. Many a times when we read certain pieces of poetry, it is the rhythm and its melody that affect us so much so that we for some time forget everything and just enjoy the beauty of what we have just read. Similarly, many people like to read a good book to take a break from their tough routine and relax. And now, the most important function of literature is that it provides us an insight and understanding of the period or age in which a certain piece of literature is produced. For example, the 16th century literature depicts the socio-political conditions of that time. Similarly, the works of Manto and Ahmad Nadeem Qasmi clearly show us the picture of the society and social values being practiced at that time. And the same holds true for the postmodern literature that reflects the high-tech life, the cyborgs, and so on. So this is all for today. I hope this lecture will help you in building your basic understanding about literature. Let me know about your views on this video in the comment section. Thank you.